Hello world, Cossy here with a quick Geek Movie review for The Hobbit. Now for those of you who don't know, The Hobbit is the story of Bilbo Baggins, the uncle of Frodo Baggins from the Lord of the Rings trilogy, who goes on an adventure with a group of dwarfs led by Thorin Oakenshield and the wizard Gandalf to the Lonely Mountain to rescue the last dwarven city from a huge dragon called Smaug. Now, if you don't know, there's a lot more to it, and this is the first movie in a 3-movie cycle setting up the story of the book. This movie basically covers the first about 7 chapters of The Hobbit. And what can I say? It's absolutely fantastic. The direction, the cinematography is brilliant. Some lovely pan shots of action sequences, of landscape. The real setting, the scene, visually brilliant, which is no surprise because this is Peter Jackson, and you know we saw what he could do with the original Lord of the Rings trilogy. The score actually sets everything orally in the same way that the direction cinematography does. Visually, it sort of harks back to the Lord of the Rings, while at the same time having its own sound. It is epic in scale, like everything in this movie, and is absolutely fantastic. It would be worth just buying the score to listen to in at home or in your car. Just it's so effective in what it does. It affects your senses. It batters your senses basically, and draws you into Middle Earth again, just like the Lord of the Rings films did. There are some cameos, obviously, from characters from the Lord of the Rings, which is, this is a prequel series of movies, and George Lucas, if you watch this movie, that's how you do the first of your prequels, my friend. That's how you do it. You missed the boat with Phantom Menace. If you do know the story, then basically the first 7 chapters leads up to the section with the wolves. I won't tell you too much about what goes on because I don't want to give it away. I want you to all obviously go and see it. There are some additions and some things that have been changed in the movie. Now the additions really do add quite a bit. In particular, the addition of Radagast, who is brilliant. Sylvester McCoy, very, very well done. If you don't know who he is an actor who played Doctor Who prior to the rebirth of the series with Christopher Eccleston, and we just won't mention that movie. He is brilliant in the short amount of time he is in this movie, and his addition really does add quite a lot. The addition of things to set the scene, like there's a big setting piece at the very start of the movie, which is very important, not just for people who know about the mythology of Middle-earth, but also people who maybe have never read or seen anything other than the Lord of the Rings films. There's also a couple of sort of tales as things go on, like travelling tales kind of thing, which set the scene more for characters, including characters like Radagast. Brilliant. Some of the things that have been changed have obviously been changed for the flow of the movie, and while don't take away the overall outcome of very important set pieces in the storyline, they do slightly change how things happen. I can live with that. It's not as big an issue as the changes from the first Lord of the Rings movie for me as a Tolkien fan, and I still thoroughly enjoyed every minute of the close to 3 hours running time. It felt like 25 minutes. That's how good it is. The one thing that some people may have a problem with is that obviously there is a lot of setup at the start of the movie, and it does feel slightly slower than the second half of the movie, but it's needed. We need to set the scene, we need to set the characters, we need to see this progression as well of Bilbo over the movie, which is absolutely spot on. Having Ian Helm at the start of the movie as the Bilbo we saw in Lord of the Rings is a really nice touch, and it really does tie everything together. It ends fantastically well. It ends on such a way that you want to see the next part right away. They've done it perfectly. My friend who went with me, who has never read the books, could not believe that that's how they were going to end the movie. Casting is fantastic. as would be expected. Martin Freeman's fantastic. Richard Armitage, oh my god, what a revelation as Thorin. As I said, McCoy already is fantastic. There's not a single bad member of this cast. This has been planned out to perfection. You should see this because it's absolutely fantastic. Go at the weekend, go as soon as possible. See it in 3D as well. It's so much worth seeing the 3D version of this movie. See it in the 48 frames version as well. Takes a little bit getting used to, first sort of 15-20 minutes, but once your eyes sort of settle and you get used to it, my god, it blows you away with the sort of scale, the visual scale. It's just absolutely fantastic. The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey. It's a 5-star movie. It's amazing. Go and see it as soon as you can. Okay guys, as always, thanks for watching. Down there is the like button. Click on that, let me know that you liked this video. Also, in the drop down box is a link to my Facebook, my Twitter, my Tumblr. Follow me, follow the world of this channel, and know when new videos are coming out. If you haven't seen my last Geek Movie review, there's a link there. If you haven't seen my last top 5, there's a link there, so you can watch both of those and enjoy them as you've enjoyed this. Subscribe, like, favourite, pass this on to all of your friends, and until next time, au revoir.